Hare Krishna, devotees. Welcome to Shloka Day. Today's Shloka is Shloka number 12 of chapter 17. Abhisandhaya tu phalam.
Abhisandhaya tu phalam.
Dambhartham api chaiva yat.
Dambhartam abhichayvayat.
Yajyate bharata shrestha.
Ijjade bharata shresthaha.
Tam yajnam vidhi rajasam.
Tam yajnam vidhi rajasam.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Abhisandhaya.
Abhisandhaya.
Desiring.
Desiring.
To.
But.
Phalam. The result. Dambha.
Pride.
Artham. For the sake of. Api. Also. Cha. And. Eva. Certainly. Yat. That which. Ijyate. Is performed. Bharata Shrestha. O chief of the Bharatas. Tam. That. Yagnyam. Sacrifice. Vidhi. No. Rajasam. The mode of passion. Translation. But the sacrifice performed for some material benefit.
Or
for the sake of pride. O chief of the Bharatas. You should know to be in the mode of passion.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, sometimes sacrifices and rituals are performed for elevation to the heavenly kingdom or for some material benefits in this world. Such sacrifices or ritualistic performances are considered to be in the mode of passion. So in yesterday's shloka, Krishna was explaining that if we perform any sacrifices or yagna, it should be done without any expectation of any result. It should be done as a matter of duty. However, if you do those same yagnas or sacrifices with an expectation that you will be promoted to the heavenly planets or you will get some material benefits in this world, then such sacrifices are said to be under the influence of Rajogan. Sacrifice becomes a form of business with God if it is performed with great pomp and show, but the spirit behind it is one of selfishness. What will I get in return? Pure devotion is that where one seeks nothing in return. Sri Krishna says that sacrifice may be done with great ceremony, but if it is for the sake of rewards in the form of prestige, aggrandizement, etc., it is rajasic in nature. So aggrandizement means you want to increase the possessions that you have. So sometimes we may do sacrifices because we want to be well known or we want to gather more material things. His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu writes, why is Krishna talking about yajna, dana and tapa? What is the reason? When analyzing faith in the three modes in the Bhagavad Gita's 17th chapter, Krishna focuses on three particular activities: yajna, sacrifice; dana, charity; and tapa, austerity. Why these three activities in particular? Because they signify our conception and our faith about how we belong to the bigger units we are parts of. So remember, we talked about the three circles. It's the same concept being explained here in much greater detail. So we belong to the universe, we belong to the society, and we exist within our body. how we perform yagna, sacrifices for satisfying the gods who provide universal necessities such as heat, light, air, water, and food. That's why Srila Prabhupada says, if you're chanting your rounds very nicely, the demigods are very pleased because that is also benefiting them. Therefore, you don't have to do separate Devata worship. Just by chanting the holy names of the Lord, the Devatas get their necessities. They are satisfied because they are providing you with heat, light, air, water, and food. Of course, ultimately everything is being provided by Krishna. But because they have a duty and a role and a responsibility to perform, we must honor and respect that duty and responsibility that they hold. Satisfy, we should not criticize the demigods because they are simply performing their duties for the satisfaction of the Lord. So we give them and offer them all respects. The best way to please the demigods is to become a devotee of Krishna. So how we perform yagna, sacrifices for satisfying the gods who provide universal necessities such as heat, light, air, water, and food, reflects how we conceive our relationship with the universe, which means you don't exist in a vacuum. There is so much interdependency in this universe. Even if one person does not perform their duty and responsibility, it hurts the rest of society in such subtle ways that we cannot conceive of. How we perform dana reflects how we conceive our relationship with society, which means we are dependent on other jivatmas, we are dependent on other human beings. So the process of giving in charity negates any karmic reactions that you may have incurred as a result of not honoring others who have helped you. There are so many jivatmas who are helping. A little bee has to pollinate. If that bee doesn't perform its duty, then human race will be wiped out. So even within our immediate circle, we are dependent on other jivatmas. Therefore, by performing charity or by giving in charity, you fulfill that duty of yours. Therefore, yajna is a prescribed duty for all of us, no exceptions. Charity is a prescribed duty for us, all of us, no exceptions. And finally, austerities. How we perform tapa reflects how we conceive our relationship with our body. So austerity is meant to take care of your body. Of course, austerity, later on Krishna will explain that austerity that is not authorized in the scriptures is not going to help you. Krishna, as a matter of fact, says that you're not only torturing your body, but you're torturing him when you engage in austerities that are not authorized. Because yajna, dana, and tapa were foundational religious activities during the times of the Mahabharata, they were done by everyone, even by those Arjuna was fighting against. For example, Duryodhana had performed a massive yajna called the Vaishnava Yajna. Though the name indicated that the yajna was meant to propitiate Vishnu, Duryodhana had no interest in satisfying Vishnu. He had made his apathy unambiguously clear when he had arrogantly rejected Krishna's peace proposal, even after Krishna had revealed his universal form, thereby demonstrating his divine status as Vishnu. Even after Duryodhana saw the Lord's cosmic form and saw the Vishnu, still when he performed the Vaishnava Yajna, his mood was not to please the Lord. If Duryodhana was so apathetic toward Vishnu, why had he performed that sacrifice? Because he was interested only in the reputation coming to the performer of such a glorious sacrifice that rivaled the majestic Rajasuya sacrifice Yudhishthira had performed. Thus, Duryodhana's sacrifice fell in the mode of passion. some people might mistake such external actions as sign of divine faith and think that Duryodhana had divine faith. So externally, when we see others performing big yajnas, they're sponsoring yajnas, they're sitting, they're looking very tejas, they've got a nice decorations on their foreheads, etc. We may think, oh, this is a wonderful, great devotee. But actually, the only person who knows their mood is the Lord, is Paramatma. We cannot gauge the mood. Of course, sometimes we can, but internally in their heart, why they are performing the yajna, we do not know. Lest Arjuna end up in their ranks, Krishna's analysis helped him see beyond externals. Consider not just people's actions, but also their motivations. Of course, we shouldn't run around doubting anybody and everybody. That is not our business. Because if you do that, then it will take you away from your own sadhana. So whatever you see and observe, understand that you don't have the whole picture. Immediately you should say, I don't have the whole picture. Because when you don't have the whole picture, you will not be judgmental. By analyzing even religious activities through the prism of the three modes, Krishna equips us to discern the non-religious or even irreligious motives of people performing such activities. Hence, any sacrifice that we performed, it should not be for the sake of getting something in return, whether it is fame, name, glory, or any other material benefits. If we do it, then we are performing the sacrifice under the influence of Rajogun.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.